Okay, so what we're about to do next in the next 6 videos is called your 6-point ankle circles. And basically it's doing an ankle circle 3 or 4 times each direction in one of 6 positions. And what it's good to do is make sure that you're working on every single part of that overall circle. So if you're doing your main ankle circles and you're noticing that your foot's sticking in certain parts or getting jumpy in certain parts like right here, then doing the toe up and out ankle circle is a good way to focus on that one spot, and you're mobilizing your ankle within that range of motion. Because again, whenever our ankle encounters a range of motion in daily life that it doesn't feel comfortable with, that makes it much more vulnerable to get injured into that position. So like if you're walking, you step on a rock, if your ankle is nice and comfortable with that range of motion, you'll barely notice it. You'll be, oop, I almost turned my ankle, but you didn't. If your ankle is very stiff in that range, then when you do step on a rock, that's when you can sprain your ankle because it's not used to going into that position and it's very stiff. So that's when injury can occur. So we really want to make sure we're comfortable and we keep practicing our ankle mobility in all 6 directions. Okay, so for this movement, what I'm looking to do, bring my leg out, point my toe down, and in. And I'm not trying to turn from my hip, I'm just moving it with my ankle as much as I comfortably can. And then I'm going to just draw a slow, small circle, keeping my toe pointed down and in. Like I have a laser pointer, and I want it to keep pointing down and in towards the floor. 3 or 4 one direction, 3 or 4 another direction. Staying nice and tall in my spine, with very little, if any, tension in my foot. If you feel your foot cramping, it just tells you that your tension is a little too high. So try to relax your foot while you're doing this. Okay, so on this movement, I'm drawing an ankle circle with my toe pointing down. Up would be like this, so this is technically down, even though you're going to probably find it's going to be pretty straight. I'm going to throw 3 or 4 one direction, 3 or 4 in the other direction. Just keeping my ankle pretty much biased towards that lower half of that circle. Okay, for this exercise, I'm sitting down, nice and tall with my torso, legs out, toe is down and out. Now this is where most people have limited range of motion. So if this is in, you can do that a lot. This is straight. Out is just a little subtle movement. Again, trying to keep most of the focus on the ankle, not curling the toes, or you're not feeling any cramping going on in your foot. And you're just going to draw a circle 3 or 4 times, like so. Trying not to turn with the hip or move too much from there. Just very, very small, subtle circle. And then go 3 or 4 the other direction, keeping your toe down and out as much as possible. For this exercise, sitting in the chair, nice and tall, leg forward, my toe is up and in, not coming from my hip, just from my ankle. And I'm going to draw a circle 3 or 4 times, keeping my toe pointed up and in. And then I go 3 or 4 times the other direction. Again, being very relaxed in your foot, just focusing on the ankle. For this exercise, I'm sitting down, leg is out, toe is pulled up toward my nose, and I'm drawing a circle, keeping my toes biased towards pointing up. So if a full ankle circle is this, I'm keeping it on the upper half of that circle. My toes always slightly pointed up. I draw 3 or 4 circles in one direction, and then go 3 or 4 circles in the other direction, focusing just on creating the motion from the ankle. Hips stay quiet. For this movement, I'm bringing my toes up and out slightly. So in is this, straight is this, out is that. Again, not letting it come from my hip, just from my ankle. And I'm drawing 3 or 4 circles in one direction from this position. And then I'll go 3 or 4 in this direction. Now, most people find that anything with their ankle pointing out is definitely going to be one of the most challenging things. So just really do your best. Try to keep your toe pointing up and out, keeping the foot relaxed, and letting the motion come primarily from the ankle.